All right. Let's watch.
They're basically, this is a real problem because there's a set of people who are they're basically Cobra Commander from the old G.I. Joe cartoon. Remember, every episode of G.I. Joe ended with Cobra Commander trying to control the world, right? He'd have a weather machine or some crazy space laser or some underground thing, and he wanted to control the entire world. And then at the end, he couldn't get it, so if I can't have it, nobody can. And that's sort of what they want to do, meaning they want to just destroy the whole damn thing if they don't get everything that they want. So are we going to end up in some sort of like cold civil war situation? Probably. We're probably in it right now, and it doesn't mean that we have neighbor attacking neighbor, although in some cases we do in wonderful progressive cities. And I would hope it would never come to anything that would be any more physically violent. Like, we got to figure out ways. But the thing is, if you want to be left alone and the other guy just doesn't want to leave you alone, you got a real problem on your hand. And that's what we have to figure out. And I think that that's what DeSantis is really focused on in Florida. He's going, look, Biden's ridiculous. The federal government's out of control. I can't fix all that. What I can do is fix what's going on in the borders of my state. And I think that's how we should all be dealing with the borders of our own property and where we want to live and everything else.
There's a lot to unpack here. So first of all, I do agree with Dave Rubin that we are in a cold civil war. I think if you've paid any attention at all to what's been going on in this country, especially since Trump took office, you would agree with that. The rest of this is malarkey, obviously. The whole, DeSantis is strengthening the borders of Florida. I mean, come on now, that's ridiculous. But I wanted to talk about this clip because I do actually genuinely agree with Dave Rubin that we are in a cold civil war. Now, I don't think it's progressive cities that are having, I don't know what the fuck that means, right? But again, we're in a situation where police can kill anyone they want and get away with it. Hey, that's weird. If I killed someone, I would go to jail. If police kill someone, that's fine. And then we found out recently that you can go to a protest with no authority whatsoever, with no legitimization whatsoever, work with police, kill people, and get off scot-free. Right? I mean, that's weird, right? So a right-winger is allowed, Kyle Rittenhouse is allowed to go to a protest and murder people. That's fine. But then, but what would happen? People love to say this. We already ran this experiment. What would happen if a left-winger killed a right-winger at a protest? Well, we ran this experiment last year in the case of Michael Ryanel, who shot and killed someone in self-defense, alleged self-defense. We don't know if it was self-defense because Michael Ryanel was hunted down by the U.S. government and assassinated, and the assassins lied about it. They covered up all the evidence, lied, basically made things up that were on the body cams, just completely fabricated. Then it was later revealed that they lied about everything, that they killed him before he even knew that they were there. And Donald Trump went on television and said that this is the way it has to be. This is retribution. It's the way it has to be. So yeah, we are in a cold civil war. Right-wingers can go to protests and murder anyone they want. That's fine. In fact, that's good. People should do it more, according to the U.S. government. But if you kill someone in self-defense and you're a left-winger, we're going to send the U.S. Marshals after you and murder you, and then they're all going to lie about it. Now, you might be thinking, they murdered Michael Ryanel. Plain and simple. So they're in jail, right? They're going to be facing a trial at least, right? Wrong. We don't even know their names. Not only are they going to face no penalty, no trial, no reprimanding, but guess what? I guarantee you, paid vacation. They get paid vacation. In the 1980s, white supremacist groups, the KKK, and all these groups in the 1980s, right, with the rise of Ronald Reagan, decided that they would be more effective if they stopped shaving their head and got fuck the Jews tattooed on their fucking scalp. And they would be more effective if they got it, cleaned up a little bit, became elected officials, right, worked in law enforcement. In the mid-2000s, the FBI, right, the FBI! We're not talking about literally anyone else. The FBI said that white supremacists have been infiltrating law enforcement for at least 30 years. That was in the mid-2000s. What did they do about it? Nothing! Nothing at all! They did nothing about it, right? So, the FBI in the mid-2000s said, white supremacists have been infiltrating us for at least 30 years. Fast forward another 15, 20 years, here we are. 80% of cops voted for Trump. Half of cops are domestic abusers. Do I need any more statistics? I don't know, right? And so they can kill anyone they want for any reason they want. And then, guess what? When you kill someone, what happens? Do you go to jail? No. Do you get in trouble at work? No. You get, wait for it, paid vacation. Yeah, that's right. So you go out there, you murder someone, right? In cold blood, extrajudicially, against their constitutional right. And then you get to sit up at home, play the new Halo game. You know, watch some Netflix. Maybe sleep in a couple of times. Maybe bang your spouse after you fucking bang him in the head with a fucking frying pan because you're a domestic abuser, right? So, we are in a cold civil war, right? And we can't let these right-wingers control this narrative. Oh, rioters and looters are running through the goddamn... What a bow! That's not the fucking cold civil war we're living in. We're living in a world where right-wingers can kill anyone they want. A right-winger can go to summer camp and then get a license to kill. That's what it takes to be a cop in this country, is you go to summer camp. It's like an 8-month program, and then boom, we give you the gun, we give you the badge, we give you, like, you get, like, it's like, you know, you go to a fast food place and you punch in the card every time. You get 3 free kills. Like, you kill 3 people, and then you get the 4th kill for free. You don't even have to go through therapy or whatever mandatory shit that they try to pull. You know, you get 3 kills, you stamp us again, and then boom. You know, that's what it is in this country. Law enforcement. Law enforcement? What laws are they enforcing? What laws are they enforcing? I don't know. So if anyone's going to talk about a cold civil war, it should be people on the left. And I have a problem with people on the left that pretend like we're not in this kind of territory. Like, people, like, because I saw this clip circulating and people were making fun of it. The idea that we're in a cold civil war. Now, again, everything else, the G.I. Joe bullshit, like, I'm sorry, like, that's stupid, obviously. But the idea that we're in a cold civil war is obvious. Literally anyone that has anything to do or even remotely looks at anything going on in the world right now can tell you that we are in a cold civil war. Anyone who tries to tell you that we're not is a fucking idiot and they're not paying attention. So I wanted to talk about that a little bit and give us some comedy with some Dave Rubin material because, you know, it's been a while. So there you go.